Well, not much has changed here in Turkey. Our job is still on the line every single day, but we made it to January. Welcome, one and all to episode number 22 of Bottom to the Top. I am Mr. Cellophane, and the beginning of January sees us in 15th place and out of the relegation zone. 16 points after 17 matches, a much better position than we thought we would be because we actually beat Trabzonspor on the road 3-1, a very impressive match, and then we came back from behind to draw Başakşehir 3-3, so we picked up 4 points out of a possible 6. Let's ignore the friendly that we ended up losing. Totally rotated team. We didn't play any of our regulars in that one. So we start off the month of January on the road against Kocaelispor, and then we've got Fenerbahçe at home. You remember we lost to them 4-0. Hopefully we get a better decision this time out. We were called into the boardroom again, this time not with our job on the line, but they wanted to talk about Mortada Ben Wanis, who had been off at AFCON. But apparently his form before he left was pretty darn abysmal. 10 appearances, no goals, no assists, playing primarily as our left wing back, although he was playing right wing for a while before we switched up our tactical plan. 6.47 average rating, so they have asked us to drop him. So, because we don't want to tick off the board, even though he is technically, from a scouting point of view, our best player, he's one of our team leaders, and he is worth the most, we have obliged. And one of the reasons we felt a little more confident in being able to do that is the emergence of Adnan Aktas, the 19-year-old who we are currently training as a wingback. So still a little awkward in the position, but he has goals in the last 2 matches from left wingback. In fact, 2 goals, 2 assists in 9 total appearances. So he's made 1 fewer appearance than Ben Wanis, and he has 4 more goal contributions, a 6.96 rating. He has slotted in. Of course, Khan is still a little upset about not getting a ton of playing time, but you know what? Too bad, so sad. We have to ride with the hot hand, and that right now is Adnan. But Ben Wanis is not the only team leader that we will be without for quite some time, as Harris damaged his cruciate ligaments in our last match. He's going to be out 7 to 8 months. He's actually mulling retirement, so he wanted to be sold. It was worth a couple of million. That's obviously off the table right now. Who knows what's going to happen in his future, but it looks like Erdem is going to be getting a little bit more playing time. Maybe even Mamadou Fall, who really wants to play more. We'll have to figure it out. We also have the January transfer window. $800,000 in our transfer budget, so who knows what this team is going to look like at the end of the month. But honestly, who knows if we'll even be here by the end of the month. So we are only worrying about each match at a time, and right now it's Kocaelispor on the road. It is our first match of the second half of the season, and we are going to line up like this. Nicholas is going to get the starting goal. Our back three of Damjani, Ugurcan, and Omeru has been fantastic. In fact, Ugurcan has made the team of the week the last 2 weeks. Adnan getting the start at the left wing back. Claudio Vink on the right-hand side. It'll be Siddiqui and Diak in the defensive midfield. Ali is going to slot back into that attacking spot that Harris was in, but play more of like a shadow striker role. Mamadou Fall is going to get the start as our striker, playing a little bit deeper, and Yusuf is going to be in his usual position on the right-hand side on the attack. So very excited about starting this match because things have been better. As long as we stay outside of the relegation zone, I think we are going to be okay. Adnan looking to settle it down. He'll play it back to safety to Nicholas. He did have a man on him. Nicholas waiting, watching, surveying, and then throwing it as far down as possible. Can't find Ali. Kukaku dropping it all the way back for Gurka, as Kocaelispor looking to start things up. A lot of back and forth. Both teams really playing the long ball. Damjoni knotting it down. Ali finds Fall, dropping it back to Ugrishkan. Ugrishkan over for Damjoni. Has some space in front of him, looking around before he just drops it back to his central defensive partner. Ahead in the middle for Sadiki. Yusuf's got it. We're moving forward now. Claudio Vink on the right wing into the box. Taking it deeper in the middle. Mamadou Fall starting at striker and picking up his first goal of the season. The 34-year-old is making me look like a tactical genius. He rewards us with very solid play. Claudio Vink making this one happen, though, as he carries it deep. He does have a man on him, is able to throw it across Fall, running near post, slots it past Gorka for the 1-0 Kasımpaşa lead. We do have to be careful. Holding on to a lead has not really been our strong suit, as Vink will throw it in. Drop back for Omeryu into the middle for Sadiki. He's going to go from distance, and he's going to miss everything wide. It is also breezy, drizzly, 50 degrees, so hopefully the conditions do not work against us as we find ourselves up 1-0 on the road. Damjoni picking up a yellow card in the 20th minute. We do have to watch that. I think that may be his last before he gets suspended for the next match coming up against Fenerbahce, which isn't great. I mean, Damjoni, while we expected him to be our best defensive player, Ugrishkan has definitely slotted into that role as it's thrown forward by Vink. He's got Yusuf in stride in the middle. Mamadou Fall with his second sitter of the match. Why has Mamadou Fall not been playing striker for us all year long? That's his second goal. It's Kasımpaşa 2, Kocaelispor 0. I'm trying very hard to temper my excitement and my expectations for this team. 5-2 shots on goal. Kasımpaşa winning the match momentum battle, at least according to the information that we are getting from the analytics team. So a very, very good first half for us in front of 16,216 fans. And we are going to go into the locker room heading into the final 45 minutes in a very dominant position in a number of ways. 61% possession. We are out shooting them 6-5. 7.06 for our average rating, which is absolutely fantastic. We are winning the XG battle as well, but where it counts, we're also dominating with a 2-0 score after 45 minutes. So naturally, we pump up the team in the locker room. Everybody heads out for the start of the second half in flying spirits. So let's just see if we can keep the party going that we started in the first 45. 2-0 is your score. Looking at the current standings, we have moved up into 14th. We would need to score a few more goals and have Bodrum give up a few more to move into 13th, but that's okay because we are just a couple of points away now from a mid-table finish. I, again, don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We still have to win this match. We still have 12 minutes left to go as a final third throw-in for the bad guys. Onur off of the post, cleared by Damjoni as we look to make a couple of substitutions, get some fresh legs out there for the last couple of minutes here. Sempolat Shelik, who has not gotten a lot of opportunities. In fact, he hasn't even really been on the bench, moving up the depth chart with Harris out, so he is going to come in and replace Ali Demirel. Aside from that, I mean, we're looking pretty good all over the pitch. Adnan Atgas, we are going to get Ben Wanis in just a little bit. You know, he is obviously one of our team leaders. We want to make sure he's not completely unhappy, and he doesn't need to know that the board does not want him to play. So 10 minutes hopefully will be enough to satisfy him and also show the board that we are serious about not having him out there in key situations. I mean, holding on to a 2-0 lead with 10 minutes left. He did his job. The whole team just played absolutely beautifully. 2-0 is your final score, and we are that much further away to keeping our job for yet another week. In fact, while we are still pending the results of Hatayspor this week, I mean, if they don't win and there remains that 4-point gap, no matter what happens against Fenerbahce, we will still be out of the relegation zone. So maybe we'll be safe for 2 weeks. Benoit no longer hates us. In fact, the number of players that actively oppose us has fallen into single digits for the first time. We are making strides, and we may, knock on wood, we may end up surviving our first season in Turkey after all. Of course, none of this is going to be in the hill of beans if we don't have some kind of decent showing against Fenerbahce at home, and we are going to need to make a change. As predicted, Damjoni picking up the yellow card in the last match has made him ineligible for this one, so Adnan is going to slot into his spot, so he's going to join Ergiscan and Omeru as our back three. Nicholas is going to stay in goal. Khan is going to come in as our left wing back. Claudio Vinc is going to stay in on the right-hand side. Our defensive midfield is going to be Siddiqui and Diak, with Ali and Yusuf on the attack, with Mamadou Fall, who picked up a pair of goals in the last match, to be leading the line as our striker. And some of the guys we had on our bench ineligible because they just participated in a U19 matchup the day before, so not as much experience sitting on the sidelines. We really need a good showing from our starting 11. Not a great start on the throw-in, but Fall's going to regain control. Back for Omeru. Toward the far sideline for Diak, ahead for Yusuf. He's going to be challenged, so he'll drop it back for Ergiscan. Siddiqui flipping it forward to Yusuf as the attack is now on in the middle. Ali with it. Siddiqui now. Siddiqui going from range. Oh, that would have been a fantastic goal if he had just found the target, but it was deflected out wide. A corner kick coming up. Claudio Vinc to take it, delivering the in-swinger, looking near post, can't find Ali, headed back for Fall. Yusuf with a shot, deflected again behind. So 3 minutes in, the attack continues for Kasımpaşa. Can we take an early lead at home? Claudio Vinc delivering it in. Ismail looking to clear. Omeru flipping it on goal, and Livakovic making a pretty easy save, getting it out very quickly to Rodrigo Bacau as Fenerbahce looks to carry it up. The first 3 shots on goal of the contest going Kasımpaşa's way. So very positive in the early going. Can we keep this up? I mean, a 0-0 draw in a match like this against the team sitting at the top of the table would be absolutely massive. If we can get all 3 points, that would be even better, because it could move us up as high as 11th place on the table, which is, I think, the highest position we have been at since like the very beginning. Maybe we were in 8th after match week 2, if I recall correctly. So putting distance between us and the relegation zone is what is paramount, and a very solid first half for us. 5 shots on goal in favor of Fenerbahce's 2. We are winning the XG battle, just 0.21 with 5 shots. Not spectacular. Fenerbahce, though, enjoying the lion's share of the possession with 77%. It's not how much we have the ball, it's what we do with it. Some nerves on the pitch, though. Can Mamadou Fall feeling a little bit of the pressure? Let's hope that the team can ease that a little bit, maybe pick up an early goal here in this second half. Throw in Diak across for Ergiscan. Ahead, Siddiqui. Khan's got it. He's challenged, so he drops it for Adnan. Khan again, looking to make a move, unable to do so along the far sideline. Adnan into the middle, Ergiscan. Back for Adnan, ahead Siddiqui. Khan to Ali. Ali Demiral pushing it wide, looking for Khan. Can he feed him? No. Jiku able to backtrack for Fenerbahce and gain control. We have played 51 minutes of this match. Fenerbahce with the ball in their own end. Ismail into the middle. Fred pushing it forward for Kent. We are giving them quite a bit of space in between our lines. Turned over, though. Fall coming away with it. Works away from Amanda. Claudio Vinc looking for Yusuf. He finds him. Yusuf carries it into the box. Sends it into the middle. Mamadou Fall delivers his 3rd goal of the season. His 3rd goal in the last 2 matches. And Kasımpaşa finally breaks through in the 52nd minute. It is Kasımpaşa 1. Fenerbahce 0. Claudio Vinc in the middle of this one again, feeding it forward for Yusuf. What a fantastic cross. A lot of yellow jerseys in the box, but Mamadou Fall able to pot the one-timer home from about 8 yards out. Only our 6th shot on goal, but it does count. Set piece. Claudio Vinc sending it in, knocked around inside the box, played forward toward Livakovic. He's just going to grab onto it and fall on top. But again, the Fenerbahce goalkeeper looking to move the ball rather quickly as he surveys the ground around him. Played forward for Ishmael. Up to Szymanski, back for Fred. He's got Batshuayi. Left wing feed for Kent. He's got some movement forward before he's cut off by Vink. Yusuf picks one off. Luan Perez taken down. And I think Yusuf is going to pick up. He's going to pick up a card. It's going to be a red. Oh, Yusuf with a red card. We're going down to 10 men at home against the best team in the league. This is not something we needed right now. But I think the best thing for us to do is go a little bit more defensive. So instead of having the striker and the shadow striker, we are going to go with a midfield three. We'll bring in Iron Gomes to replace Ali. And hopefully this is going to be enough for us to move forward and hang on to this 1-0 decision. Hoping those changes are going to be enough to see us through the final 30 minutes as we find ourselves playing with 10 men. We are 11th in the table, 22 points after 19 if we can hang on. Still outshooting Fenerbahce 8-4. They are still enjoying 77% of the possession. Khan throwing it toward the goal. Livakovic is going to grab that easily out of the air and look to start it forward with 13 minutes remaining in this match. Sengi's with it in the midfield, moving the ball at will ahead. Szymanski cannot get it past Omeru, but Kent picking up the loose ball into the middle. Save made by Nicholas. It is going to be a corner kick. We're going to let the corner go before we contemplate making any changes. Kent sending it in, a high floater. Oh, Umar Khan sending it free. And, oh my goodness gracious, can we do it? 11 minutes left to go. Let us get some of these tired legs off of the pitch. Siddiqui, come on out. We will get in Erdem. We'll get Erdem in, and they'll switch places with Gomes. Gomes is much more defensively minded. Claudio Vink, who we had already moved back to a... in fact, we're just going to go straight back 5. Well, we'll go back 4. We'll still leave... we're going to bring Khan back too. So we're going to put these guys on defensive duty. So, yeah, we're just going to be stacking up the back and hoping for the best. Cabrera is going to come in and replace Claudio Vink, not having the greatest game. To be perfectly fair, neither is Chan Kosin, but we really don't have many other options. We can bring in Evan Laidler as well. He'll take the place of Diak. 3 more changes to be made. 11 minutes left to play, and we are just hoping... I started to say we're hoping no more highlights, but we've got another highlight. Senghis pushing it deep. Omeru turning it over. Fred chipping it to the right side. Juku in the box. Ishmael back for Fred. All the way back for Samet. Trying to reset along the left wing side. In the middle, Fred ahead. Kent, middle, Ishmael. And Ishmael Yuksek is going to score. But the flag is up, and I don't think this one is going to count. Kent was offside. VAR, please confirm. And they have. The goal has been disallowed. We still need to hang on for another 8 minutes plus whatever gets added on. Probably at least 3, I would think, with the yellow card. Another throw in our end for Fenerbahce. Senghis dropping it for Ishmael. Juku now up that far sideline. Looking in the middle for Fred. Oh, Urakan making another massive defensive play as it is cleared away once again by Kasımpaşa. Yusuf Aksishek back for it to Livakovic ahead for Samet. Less than 5 minutes to go in the original 90, but Fenerbahce moving the ball forward. Kent across. Khan's trying to step in the way, but it comes clear to Ishmael. Ishmael pushing it forward, moves past his man, but cannot hit the target. Nicholas gets his fingers on it, and it's a corner kick for Fenerbahce. Kent to deliver. Baloko trying to knock it down. Fred with a shot that goes wide. Of course, it was a deflection, so we are scrambling to hang on here. Another corner kick. Kent. Baloko popping it on. Nicholas grabbing it out of the air. Take your time. Let's turn on the time wasting. Be more disciplined. slow the pace down, take long kicks, distribute it over the defense. We're just doing everything we possibly can to, let's not even trigger the press as often. Let's slow down the pace of play. Let's see out the final 4 minutes added on for injury time. Can we do it? Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, we can. And our first episode in Turkey where we win both matches. Kasımpaşa 1, Fenerbahçe 0. We took down the team at the top of the table, and we are as safe as we have been in a very, very long time. We are in 11th place, and we've got the transfer window opening up tomorrow. We are getting at least one reinforcement. We're going to check in to see what else may be available out there to help solidify this team and keep us in a good position. And the best part is we are now 7 points clear of the drop zone. This is the happiest I've been at the end of an episode since we were offered the job in Turkey in the first place, and it is a very good feeling. Let's see if we can keep the good times rolling tomorrow. Please make sure you like this video. Help the algorithm get it to as many people as possible so we can continue growing the channel. Another way to do that is to subscribe and turn on your notifications. It is free, and you'll be notified when the next Bottom to the Top episode comes out. Thank you, everyone, for your support, everyone who has watched any of these videos. I hope to see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.